just cut this part with my saw and sanded it down. Let me do a little bit more sanding on this. I want to put it flush on this part. Let me see. Yeah, that looks good. Give me a minute here. Yeah, because I did a nice cut for this. And I want to put it right on top of this one. Right there. So, first I'm going to put this here. I'm not going to glue it on yet. Yep, that's fine. Now, putting this on is not a good idea because you have this scarring and this little gaping hole there. But that's where these parts come in. Where's my hemo stuff? I could probably use my finger. I don't know if I can use this. There we go. Just want to grab it out. Just right there. Oh, it's maybe not a good idea yet because it's still not connected. There we go. I'll do it this way. As that's drying, I'm gonna put this one here. Let's get it centered. There we go. Yeah, that's good. I could probably put this on right now. There we go. All right. There we go. This would be here. No, that's not right. I'm going to put that there like that. There. These are the detail parts. Now, I don't know about putting something here, but I'm going to probably not do that. This is good enough for me. Give it more, bulkiness at the top. And then, since this has a peg hole, I think I got something. But I gotta find it first. So give me some time to get that. Alright, so these 4 parts have been glued on for about a few hours now. I am sanding them down to get them nice and flush. Luckily I have the, this plate here that is adhered to the table. It's going to be a little off on a lot of things. It's not going to be pretty. I have a distinct feeling. What I may have to do is put a plate over it. First, I'm going to cut the desired size. First, okay, so like that's fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe cut that in an angle, like a 45-degree angle there, 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 and then I'm going to put a plate over it to cover up all the damage. But I'm going to try to still sand it down so it looks good. If the sanding doesn't work, I know that many people will say, oh, you just put putty over it and then sand it over the putty. That could be a good idea, but I don't have putty for that. I have another putty, but I was never a big fan of it because when it dries up, it's like so brittle. It's from Tamiya. It's not meant for like design, making your own design or part. It's meant to like fill in holes. But as you can see here, there's a little bit of scarring there from the cut. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to plate it over it. I have this. What I'll do is I'll put the plate over it. But I gotta at least so right now that's a little off right there and there. So I gotta get my file, sand it down. So also sand this down here as well, so it's nice and even. And then do the idea that I had. Before we move on to that, I want to show off the waist unit. As you can see, here's the waist unit right here. This part is nice and snug in there, so I don't have to worry about it coming off. But as I was sanding down the areas here, I scar up the front here, so I know it's going to probably be showing off. Let me just sand that part here a bit. Hopefully I cover enough area here in the sanding so when I prime it I don't see any scarring. If I do, I'm going to have to probably resand it again. There we go. So this goes into here. And then this goes right on there. This is now a little taller. And I should have realized this. Maybe this was not foreseeing this. since the hole is maybe a little smaller than the main hole, it acts as an extra layer, an extra height, but also it conforms to this part very well. At first, when I was trying to get it out, I thought, oh my god, that way it's glued on, but it's actually it actually holds on a lot tighter. So if I feel like it, which I'm not going to do, I could have easily put in another 0.5 millimeter on it and increase it a little bit higher. But I think that should be nice for now until we, do what we want. All right. This is coming out pretty interesting. Hopefully I can finish it up so you guys can see how this kit would look once completed. All right. So right now I am cleaning up the V-fin on this, and it's very difficult to do because even though you can slide that off, there is a bit of an indent inside that you gotta be very careful with cutting, or at least be conforming to the part. So using this hobby knife, which is a lot more sharper than my Olaf, well, I haven't replaced the blades on the Olaf, you want to cut and do a little pressing motion to try to get some of the excess plastic easily. I think that worked. See? Use this to clean it up, and then this is the side, so that's good. I am impressed with certain people who actually take the V-fin, and I think I've seen it with the entry grades. What they do is they take little styrene sheets, and they'll cut like halfway there, and then they'll begin putting the styrene sheets, piece by piece, glue it on, super glue it if they have to, and then they'll sand it down so it's a lot more pointier. I'm impressed, and I'm always afraid that I'm going to mess it up. Yeah, that came out all right. I've been actually thinking about removing this, but I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. I do need to take it apart, so for painting and all that stuff, especially the yellow eyes, but who said it's going to be yellow? Depending on what color I decide to paint it with. But yeah, that's good. Now, I think it's time I show you the results on that rifle. Okay, here it is. Here we go. The rifle came out nice. I had these little add-on parts also from another wave kit, which right here. These are like hydraulic parts, and I used it to make a like a sight, like maybe a red dot sight. Unfortunately, the glue started to stick to my fingers as I was putting onto this, so I was saying, all right, let me just put it on, and then I'll just sand it down once it finishes drying. There we go. That should be okay. These are photo etch parts here, which I said, let me put it part as a railing right there. It's from this type of parts, which of course, I should do this now before I forget. Here it is. So we have these, the backpack. This, I was actually thinking of taking this thruster, this big ass thruster, and put it right there. But I think that'll be a little too much. What do you guys think? Think it'd be a good idea to put this in there? You tell me. I'll keep this to the side. But these two, I'm going to put one of these in here. Let's cut one of these. No, can't use this. I gotta do the other one. Ooh, this thing's too thick. I have to use the smaller one. Should have measured it. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's fine. But now I need to get the right measurement. Where's my... Oh, there she is. So this one goes up to there. The second, okay. I don't know. You know what? I'm sorry with the camera not capturing. There we go. Shoot. My hand-eye coordination is not that good. There we go. Here we go. A bend is fine because then I can cut it with the. I can cut it with this. Perfect. And then I think both of them are a little off. Well, they're basically the same. But if I could stick that in here... Ah! Where'd it go? There she is. I need... Where did I put that? It's a little too long. Yeah, that was my fault. But not a big deal because at least I know where to pick it, where to go. All right. You know what? I'm going to... There she is. I'm going to recut this up again. I'm not gonna waste my time showing it to you. And then we'll show the results once we get it in there. So give me some time to work with that, okay? And here it is. My Gundvolva high-grade custom. What do you guys think of that? Very nice. Very good. It's not well balanced in the legs though, because there is an extra part under the foot. And like this didn't calculate that, but that could be readjusted. Maybe I could put something under the heel to give it another balance. I could do that. But yeah, this one came out really nice. Here's the photo etch parts where the thrusters are back here. I added a little bit of detail on the side because I had these tubings that, sorry, I just gotta get this thing out of the way, that were like half tubing design, so it acts as a detail right there. Shoulders were good. I found these two little caps that fit on that, and at first I was thinking of putting weapons on top of that, but it didn't feel right to do that. I didn't want it to make it as a heavily armed, armored mobile suit. The concept was to make it a modified mobile suit, but for, like heavy assault. And that's why when I built the gun, the gun was a perfect design. I couldn't figure out the circle thingy, and doing this was okay. Putting that one's okay. Putting the little sight in here as well. That gave it a little bit more detail right there. Even putting the photo etch part there as well. The height increase does feel good. The leg detail is amazing right there. I didn't do nothing on the arms. I didn't feel like anything was required. Someone would argue, no, you could have done this or that, but you know what? You got to work with either how you feel and what you feel comfortable with, and of course, what parts are available that you could use. Not much detail back here. I was going to put something here, but then again, it didn't feel right. There is a spacing here that I could put something there. Yeah, don't know yet. And I'm going to probably maybe put something under this to level out this part that's there. Nobody's going to see under the foot. It's how it is. But there. When I told you guys to join my contest, I'm looking to something, different, original. Obviously, plating is one thing. But creativity on certain things, whether it's your weapons, whether it's your shield, whether it's replacing part of the leg or adding, removing parts of the leg or removing parts of the arm to add something more to either make it fatter, thinner, or whatever. I don't know. Just something that you guys can figure out on your own. That is the purpose of my contest. And that was the reason why I made this, so I could show you as an example what you guys can do. I did this. I'm not competing with this. I'm just building it just to show you. You guys can do anything you want. So, I think I'm done with this guy. The only gripe I having is the fact that since I used that machine gun from Wave on this kit, it stressed out a little bit of the hand, and it this gun kept on falling, so I had to bend it a bit. And eventually, once I finish painting it, I'm going to glue that hand into it, so I'm not going to worry about it anymore. So there you go. Now, am I done? Yes. Am I done building? Am I done? Now I'm going to go into painting. But first, I'm going to take a break. I'll discuss that in tomorrow's video. So I hope you like this design, but it looks really cool. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video and you'll understand what I'm talking about.